Getting everything set up here. So I woke up pretty late today, and I'm gonna go to work in another 3 hours, I think. It's like 2 hours. So it's gonna be a pretty short stream, but I wanted to try to do a rigify rig on this and then possibly pose it, but I don't think so. This will be the second time I've done like a rigify, or I mean, the second time I've done an actual rig to pose a sculpt for printing. I've always done it by hand and just sculpted the pose, but potentially this is much more non-destructive and potentially get better results too. So we'll see what happens. I might save out a version here just to be safe. So I'll call this one. I'll just call this one rigify. I'll just call it rigify. Call it version 4. And let's start by what am I doing? Put the cursor to origin. See where the character is here. So it's a little bit above ground. Let's see. I could delete these to verify, but maybe I shouldn't do that. Let's hide it. Let's see what it looks like. What is this stuff? Okay, backup body, backup boob, backup character 1. These look kind of identical to me. Oh, there's like different stuff on the legs. Okay, I'm gonna probably destroy this older one. Saw this. What happened there? Oh, I see what happened. Oops. Let's go back. I deleted the folder and not the actual stuff in it. There you go. Let's look at the other stuff. So this is the boob, torso. I'm gonna delete the torso. I delete the boob. So you just have this extra backup, which is probably a little bit more efficient. Just keep things like decluttered. Save again. Let's grab everything here. Let's pull it down. Maybe I should do this. Maybe I should grab everything. So pull it down. Actually, before I do this, let's make a plane so I could tell where the floor is. Then, oh, I can't do that. I have to have the floor. I'll move the floor in workbench so it's separate. Like that. So I think it's going to be easier for the rigify. And then I'll keep the plane for now. And let's see. Let's just do. Oh, it froze. That's not good. I'm hoping that these freezing moments are temporary. I switched from I upgraded from 4.21 to 4.3. I mean 4.23. And there's been these hanging lags, but I think it only happens the first time and afterwards it's fine. Because I noticed like startup was laggy on the first boot up, but then afterwards it was fine. So I think it's just like doing something in memory. I don't fully understand what, but let's see. So I want to, yeah, let's rip this dark. It's not really, this is like the foot mat or something, but it works for my, what I need, so it's cool. I'm gonna call this one floor, just to kind of keep things clean. And let's finally add the rigify rig. There's a shark. Why did they put shark in there? I guess it's more interesting than saying fish. Okay. Where's this? Is it in here? Oh, it's in here. I'm gonna put this in a new folder called rig. I might not need this, but I don't see. Let's hide it for a sec. So if I'm gonna start posing this and stuff, you go back to here. Let's hide the backup. If I'm gonna start posing this, I need to merge it down. I think I need to create a proxy mesh because it's so high poly. I think maybe it might not work. We'll see. This is kind of like our test file, so just keep that in mind. It's like just we're here for experimenting and learning. So we'll go as far as we can with this project, and if it doesn't work, it's fine. So that being said, I think what I want to do is actually delete this backup. It'll make this the backup. Let's also lock the floor so don't keep picking it. Let's show this. Let's lock it. Let's grab this guy, duplicate him, and then I'm going to put in a new folder, call it char2. Make sure I'll move char2 backup. Oh, I messed up there. I gotta delete all of these. These are the older ones. This one. Let's just make sure we did everything cleanly here. This one and this one should be identical. Oh, they're not. Wait, what? Why is that not identical? What? I'm so confused. Something weird happened there. Oh, you know what? I see it. I see what happened there. This has 48 objects, so it has both of them in there. That's why. Let's delete it. See, that's kind of what I keep doing that by mistake. Okay. I think this is the one, right? So select hierarchy, select the objects, duplicate it, move it to backup character 2. Minimize them so they're both 24. If you look, if you hide this, like that, they overlap perfectly now, so they're copies. That took a little longer than I wanted, but we're okay. Let's save. Now we're gonna do things like, for example, we'll purposely not make the clothing yet. We'll rig this, pose it, and then later we'll add clothing and T-pose, and then we'll apply it to the rig and then see if it goes correctly. So we'll like find possible things that don't work in the pipeline. And if it does work, that means we could always add, remove, edit in T-pose and then pose it. So we'll see. I will purposely wait to add the clothing. I wanted to make a bikini, but we'll see. So the other thing we want to do is we need a backup. So I want to make this one piece, I think. I'm trying to think. Or maybe we don't have to make it one piece. That way we can keep things separate. And we use the proxy mesh to determine where the weights are. So we keep things separate, and that might help us. Trying to like think how does that work? I think that would work. So let's purposely not let's not attach them. That might give us more control later. And then let's bring back the rig, better rig. I could also make the proxy mesh now, but let's focus on the bone placement. We've got 2 hours and 30 minutes left before I have to go, so. Okay, so but we gotta switch our brain to rig mode. So it's like more technical and let's see, solid mode. Let's try placing these. So let's try scaling it as much as possible. I'm gonna try to match the hips up as much as possible and then adjust from there. Okay. We have a super like truncated upper torso compared to like the default rig. Okay, let's see what's this looking like. Let's edit this. Let's make sure symmetry's on. And start to adjust the bones. What might help me here is if I have reference for the human body. So let's just grab a reference here. Gotta find my last reference. Open recent. Okay. See if I can find something. Let's go Pinterest. I think they might have something good. Okay. I'm gonna search for let's see if bone placement works. This is actually really nice here. I think it's actually referring to the rigify bones. So, oh, wow, it's transparent. That's interesting. I've never seen that before. The actual reference image has transparency, and PureRef actually keeps the transparency. That's funny. So it sees, and my PureRef canvas is transparent, so I can see through both images. That's kind of cool. I've never seen that before. Looking at like some of these anatomy pictures makes me want to go back in and keep sculpting and messing with the character, but I don't want to do that today. I don't have the time. Makes me kind of sad. Okay, so let's try to be mindful. Not get lost in the references here. Let's see if I click that one reference, if it gives me more similar references. Let's see. It does. Try to look at which ones would be good here. This one's pretty good too, actually. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. Okay. I think the doing the rig thing will actually help us. Rig and pose will help us like determine like where we should adjust like the body more, which I've never really done after posing because I think especially like using Maya, everything's very like linearized. Where it's like, okay, well I made the rig. I made the character. I applied the rig. I applied the skin weights. If I make any adjustments from this point, I would have to basically do over rigging and skinning, so it's like you don't touch it at that point. But I feel like Blender is so much more, um, what's the word? It's like you can go in multiple ways with it. Like, it's so much more diverse or something. What's the word? Versatile, that's probably it, versatile. So it keeps the skin weights like on the vertex groups. So you could actually like completely remove the bones and the vertex data would still be there. Okay, I'm getting lost in Pinterest, so I'm gonna back out of that. So let's look at where people are placing their hip joint. Find that. Where did that reference go? Okay. So roughly, they're placing it here. The rotation point's like right here, actually. I was imagining the outer part of the bone kind of being the rotating part, but that doesn't make sense. It's like where it goes into the hip, like right there. This one's kind of straightforward, kind of in the center of the knee. This is going to be kind of confusing. Potentially, it's better to have the rest pose of the foot not like flexed like this, but I don't know. Let me pop open the other page that I saved as well that has the rigify bone positions. I'm going to link it too because this is really nice. Let me just make sure this is the right thing. Yeah. This might actually just be a copy of what I got on Pinterest too, so. So I'm gonna do it again. Rigify bone position. I think I posted this in a different video as well, but it doesn't help. I mean, it helps to put it here too, because I'm doing it again. And let's see. I'm just kind of like glancing at it. It's showing me the main torso right now. Where else? Legs. They have the knee kind of more in the front. I'm looking at the heel pivot as well, seeing where they place that. Okay. Okay, so the thing is, my thing is like off the ground, so it's not going to be really corresponding correctly, I guess. And they're kind of putting this more at the center of the mass of the entire foot. Like this. Let me double check what I'm doing. Yeah, that's pretty good. So this goes to the tip. This goes kind of center mass where the foot is bending. This one, again, kind of center mass, where the bend happens. We're probably gonna make mistakes. It's okay. We'll go back and fix it later. Just kind of seeing how that looks from the front. Yeah, that looks okay to me. Okay. And then make sure this one, okay, so this is interesting. Okay. Let's go from the front side here. So I'm gonna do my best to kind of center this. Does this go into the knee? It has to go into the knee, right? So yeah. I think I've always had trouble with like the knee. Does that make sense to go there? We want it cut on the front side of the knee. We've already kind of extended it and exaggerated it, so it's just making it harder to decide what to do. But I mean, ultimately, we're gonna just pose it and then re-sculpt it. So potentially, I mean, if we do a clean job here, there's less work later. So, but as long as it kind of does the main thing of like bending the arms and legs, I think we're fine. I'm gonna look at the reference here. Let me make my PRF a little bit wider here. I'm gonna save it. I think I didn't save my PRF too. So this area is rigid. These two, wait, yeah, these two are flexible. It goes really high, but this one's rigid. So this defines like kind of where the pelvis is. Let's go out of there and see what is happening. Yeah, I might go right here. Let's see where this goes. Let's make this come forward a lot. This actually needs to go insanely forward. Where should I put this bone? Probably bring it a little bit forward. What's this? Oh yeah, this bone. See what it looks like here. There it is. It can go lower maybe. Maybe like right here. I'm gonna make it go through. Actually, I'll just leave it there. And then what's happening with the next bone here? The arms are actually in A pose, which is not what we're doing. Let's see where this goes. This goes kind of center mass, kind of favoring the back a bit more. This one's going center mass too. So we like the height of this, but this one needs to come down. What if we scale them? Let's see if we could scale them down. You can scale. I might not scale though. Do it like one by one. I think it's gonna be too much to scale. Let me try scaling just to see what it does. See how it feels. So let's say we scale from here. How's that feel? Did that save us time? It might have saved us time actually. Okay, scaling worked. Let's see from the side. The arms are really in the way, so I'm gonna grab the arms. Let's actually switch the rotation point to active element. So the last thing I select is the active element. Rotate there. Our arms are kind of like, they're angled down slightly, which is when we were messing with the height, I think. But now they're kind of out of the way. Let's go back to the center. So this is the rigid part. This part is flexing, so I'll bring this down. This is going to be the bottom of the rib cage. This needs to come more down. This is rigid right here. This is bendable. It's again favoring the back side. So the front would stretch more, stretch and squash more, and then the back would stay more rigid. And let's kind of grab this neck area. This is gonna be, this is basically the rigid, the rib cage. This is gonna be where the neck starts. It's also favoring kind of the back of the neck. This was kind of centered. Let's grab all this mess. I don't think we're gonna be using the face rig for this. Maybe not. Yeah, I'll probably just do a solid fill of weight paint. Let's just worry about where the bending is happening on the neck. So I think last time I did this, we got gooseneck, where I think this point was not, it was too low, so it looked like there was an extra point of bending, which I didn't like. So I have to make sure it's like really in there this time. Potentially we'll purposely go even higher and inside more, and we can see if we like that more or less purposely, like just to see what the effects would look like from being like extra in there. Because last time was too out, so like this. So it shows the top kind of touching the top, which might not matter. Let's also make sure we're staying symmetrical. I think we're still good. Touching the center bones are kind of scary because it's like you'll forget that you grabbed it in a different axis and you're like moving the crap out of it. Let's see. These bones might not matter, but just in case, we'll position them. It's hard to tell when I'm grabbing here, so that's the tongue I could tell. Okay. This bone disappears too when you generate the rig. I don't understand what this does. Let's see, I'm looking if I missed anything. Just rotating it slightly. I don't see anything I'm missing. Just bring this down. Oh, see, yeah. So I gotta make sure I'm not offsetting it. Let's try scaling it as well. Okay, let's try scaling by medium point, see if that helps. Yeah, that helps, okay. What should I match here? Because the faces are so different, then the face is really different from default. I guess we'll just estimate like where things are. It's probably best not to waste too much time on this part because we're basically not going to use it. But I just want to kind of roughly do my best to put this stuff around there. So let's move the ears. Oh, actually, I'm curious. What is this called? This bone. So it's called face. It's just called face bone. I don't know what purpose it serves so far. Let's grab both ears, or no, I can just grab one ear. Cool. And then we'll do our best to match this. Let's also go to edit mode in front, back to object mode or edit mode. Wait, what was I in? So I was an object. Okay. That lets me see it in front like that. Perfect. Something like this. Let's look at the time. It's 12:15. Okay, what's the eyes? So my eyes are much bigger. Let's try to grab the nose bones. I don't know what this is. That might be to follow the curvature of the bottom of the nose. Maybe I should start from the bottom going up. Let's try that. Let's try starting from the bottom to make room. Let's make sure we're just working in one axis here. Let's see what this bone's doing. This might be the bottom of the jaw. This might be the front of the jaw. This might be the curvature going in there. The tongue I'm probably not going to mess with. I don't think there's a tongue on this character. This is the bottom teeth. This doesn't have bottom teeth either. And this is the top teeth. This character does have top teeth, but it's really rudimentary. Let's move the tongue. Let's make it smaller and kind of more centered. Let's make sure we are all in symmetry still. That looks pretty symmetrical to me. I'm gonna save. What's this? This is the mouth. Let's see. Oh god, it's confusing now. There's so many bones around. We want to make these. We want to move these like symmetrically. I think what's the best way to do this? Okay. Let's grab this. Grab these. Grab that. Just go straight down. So this is a good landmark, I guess, right here. You could just see the inside part of the mouth. I don't know if this is going to be the middle of the lip, on the top of the lip, or bottom of the lip, like the. So that's going to be open-ended. Let's deselect the middle, because I don't want to mess that up. Let's go in a bit. Let's go out of in front mode. Oh god, what am I doing? Edit mode again. There you go. Let's kind of put it inside, sort of. Let's go back to the middle. I'm gonna try to kind of put it. Let's go back to in front mode again. Kind of put it somewhere where I think is the center. This. Let's grab this side. Roughly where I think center is. Let's grab the bottom. Ooh, there's kind of messy geometry there. Maybe like this. Pull it back a little bit. Let's grab this guy. Kind of make it straighter. Something like that, maybe match up to the top there. Okay, generally okay with that. Let's grab this piece. I guess this lines up with the draw. Let's go back to object mode, turn off in front. Back to edit mode. I don't know if these need to go inside or just hover above the surface. I don't really know. This one, I think this might be the corner of the draw. So this character might be, let's see, let's go back in front here. Grab it. Can I hide it? Let's see what happens if I hide. Just to kind of see where it is. So we could definitely go in more. That's actually a smart move to do. Just kind of temporarily hide and unhide. Okay, I think that's an overall okay position there. Just line up back here. I don't know how high this should go. I'm just gonna put it like right there. I don't know. It might not matter. I mean, yeah, it probably won't matter for in our case because we're not really gonna use these bones. But just for practice, and also if I do test it, and then they're in the right place generally, I'll know like, okay, so this worked next time. Now that we have all this room, we can actually move the nose. Let's do that real quick. So I think this is supposed to go. I think this is supposed to go on the top of the lip, like right here, I think. And then this one would go like right here, I think. This would go right here. This would go at the tip of the nose. This would be maybe at the back of the nose, like right there. This would be the inside ridge. This would be, I don't know actually where this goes. I'll just put there. Probably bring these out more. Angle it out a little bit. Okay. What time is it? It's 12. It's almost 12:30, so we have 2 hours. I'll leave this alone. So let's say, oh, we gotta do eyes. Okay. Let's see. Let's see, I'm looking at this bone. I'm doing undo and redo just to see kind of where that's sitting. I don't mind that bone. And maybe we kind of center this in the middle. I actually don't know where this goes. Let's just maybe match it up with the corner of the eye there. Kind of like that. This one goes really far in. We'll leave it though. We'll see what happens when it is like that. This is supposed to be for the upper eyelid, I think. It's supposed to be for the brow bone. So let's pull these up, I think. Let's turn off in front. I think it's just getting in the way now. So what? Oh, wait, that's interesting. Pose mode makes it in front automatically, so I don't have to turn this on and off every time. I didn't know that. So if I wanted it in front, I go to pose mode. Never mind. I thought I found something. Wait, let me try this. So pose mode. Wait. Okay. No, never mind. Wait, I'm confused. Yeah, I'm confused. Okay, whatever. I guess that was wrong. Wait. Wait, no. No, it does. So if you do transparent mode in pose mode, it goes in front. Toggles in front. Huh. It's almost the same number of clicks though, I think, so it might not matter, honestly. Let's go back to edit mode. It might be confusing if you mess around with it in pose mode when you were like meaning to pose it. I don't know. That's an interesting discovery though. Okay. So this one uses the brow bone. Let's bring this up here. Like that. Let's make this more rounded. Let's see, I want to make this more evenly spaced and higher. Okay. I think that's all the bones on the face. A lot of work, and then we're probably not going to use them, but I wanted to do it anyways. Let's go down the body chain. That looks okay to me. Let's make sure we didn't break symmetry again. Oh, we broke symmetry. Damn it. What does that mean for us? How do we fix that? It's a good thing we checked. We broke symmetry right here. Let's see, make sure. Yeah, I broke it right here. So, let me try. Let me try this. How do we fix this? How do we fix this? Let's brainstorm this. What if I could think of a couple ways using like a cube, maybe. Um, let's see what we could do here. So how many objects are there? Oh, there's 3 objects. Okay. They're all sharing the same, I think this is x-axis, which is makes it easier on us. But we just want to match it up to 0. So let me try making a cube. Or maybe, yeah, let me make a cube, make it into a point. I'm trying to think. Or no, make a cube, add a division in the middle, so I get the center line. Snap them all to that center point. I think that would work. So I would make a cube. Let's get out of mode. Save. You would make a cube. Edit mode, add a center line. And now we have the center line point. Let's just bring it closer. So I'm just working with that one little point on the front there. And I'm just going to roughly, oh, I can do that. Let's make sure everything's centered. Yeah. Let's make it smaller so it's just easier to work with. And I'm just going to roughly place it where it's supposed to go. And it doesn't matter, I'm just using it to snap to, so. And we're going to turn on vertex and snap. And then I'm going to go back to save. Let's click on the rig. Go back to edit mode. I'm going to grab this guy and move it there. Grab this guy, move it there. Now it's fixed, and I don't need this cube. Back to edit mode. Let's get out of wireframe. Edit mode. And I'm bringing this back. Let's turn off snap. Let's make sure I don't use the other axes. And roughly kind of where I think it should go. Boom. We fixed it. Save again. Let's go back to transparent mode, see if anything else is potentially out of symmetry. So that was easy. It was just like 1 point, so quick fix. Save, and then let's go down to body. What time is it? 12:30, so we have 2 hours left. Let's try to line this up with the collarbone. Okay. It's hard to say how long to make it, but we could just roughly estimate where it should go, like that. Inner arm, let's see what that looks like here. Where should the inner arm bone be? Let me look at the, where is it? I should probably do snapshots of the website I linked earlier. That's so useful. I'll just save it to PureRef. I wonder if it automatically saves it to control copy. Let's see if it does. Oh, it does. So if you do Windows Shifts S to snap, it's actually saved as your Control C as well. Okay, let me snap the next one. So I don't have to keep revisiting this website every time. I could just load my PureRef. Let's see, that one I have. That one I don't. Oh, I didn't place the eye bone actually, now that I'm looking at these. There's so many pictures, I honestly might just keep coming back to this website. But I'll just grab the main ones, like the arm, legs, and torso. Yeah, that's probably it. Arms and... Okay, I'm gonna save. So, let me move the So I didn't move the eyeball thingy inside. Let's see. This has to go back. Kind of roughly centered it, I guess, like that. That's a little better. Save. Where does this bend happen? I think this one happens like right here. I'm trying to think where I want the bend to happen. If I bring it closer to the end, there's less distortion here, but then do I want that? The other option is more centered. Let's try like roughly where we think the bone is. And I think I made the deltoids too thick though. So I'll have to probably pull it back later. It's kind of like this. I don't really know where the elbow goes. I didn't define it very well. So that's kind of an issue. I want less distortion on the back. I'll probably put it like where this divot is. Let's see what it looks like from the front. Kind of centered, which is okay. Let's pull this hand out. I want less distortion on the top, so I'll bring it closer to the top there. The hands, like line up the hands here. I like it centered like that. Let's see. Right there. Save. Let's move this pinky finger. Let's move this ring finger. Let's move this middle finger. I'm looking at the first knuckle joint there. Just lining up with the knuckle. This is the thumb. I think it's not going to be in the right place, but we'll just place it roughly where we think it is. This looks all offset, which is kind of bad, so let's grab these. And I'll probably go in and adjust it further. Let's go over the fingers. Let me look at the reference again with the fingers. So they're putting, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The fourth joint is actually on the tippy toe, tippy of toe of the finger. So this joint actually is on the tippy toe like this. Kind of like this. I think the fingers would be important. Let me double check if I did this right. So 2 and 3 are in the middle. Let's see what I did. 2 and 3 are in the middle. Yeah, so these are endpoints. Endpoints, endpoints, and then middle. Tippy toe, endpoints. Just kind of roughly putting in the center mass. Tippy toe. Potentially we'll run into issues with the axis when we generate the rig too, so we'll see what happens. This one probably comes out further. So from the top looks okay. What is this? This might not matter here. What is this bone? Hand. What's it do in the reference? There's the reference. It doesn't show it in the reference, so it probably doesn't matter. It's maybe like, it's probably like an end bone, so it's just there to be there. But we'll move it out more, I think. just to be safe. Maybe it has to do with like telling it the orientation of the hand bone. So let's see. How do we fix this? Let's use rotations in this case. And let's rotate based on active elements, see what happens there. Let's grab all these. Yeah, like that. Why did that line up so well from here, but it looks so bad here? What's happening? Why happened? Oh, that's interesting. Let's pull it down. Actually, let's pull the whole thing down, see if we can keep the shape consistent here. Scale it. Okay. Ooh, that looks so bad. Okay. What if we zeroed out? What if we do... Let's look at the item. Let's see if I could like zero out the rotations on it, but I don't think we can. That's okay. We'll just fix it again after we position this one. We'll just do our best to make it work here. Ideally, the hands work really well, so then we have to do very little sculpting on them, I think. Hopefully. I don't know. I would imagine it would be a lot of trouble, though. Today's Halloween. I'm gonna go to work and then dress up as the Grim Reaper. Be kind of funny. Hopefully make some people laugh. We'll focus on making it arced more after the fact. Right now, let's focus on maybe working down the chain. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know they were separate there. Make sure I didn't separate them by mistake. Okay. So I want the mass to be kind of more centered, I think, here. I think here. How do I do this? Yeah, more centered. Lower and centered more. We won't worry about the thumb right now. I'll just do the fingers, and then we'll go back around and work on the finger. I mean the thumb. I want to make sure we're getting a an arc going forward, so the center is like center's higher and the ends are lower. Okay. It's kind of, it feels like it's too far this way, but I want to try and let it be, and I want to see how it feels and how it works for me. Let's also maybe favor the top a little bit. I'm kind of curious to see what happens. So I'll purposely favor the top and the top volume. Let's see. Let's try doing in front again. Let's see if that'll help me determine the mass. Now I can see the shading of the shapes. Let's turn off auto depth right now. Let me turn back on orbit round selection. I kind of feel like it might work better. I wonder if orbit round selection overrides the auto depth, potentially. I don't know. We'll leave it on for now and I'll kind of feel it. It might also come back to whether or not working on like a single object that you spin around versus like a world with a bunch of objects, and that might not be good in that case. I don't know. Let's see. So this is arcing, which I want. Let's add more arc here. Let's add more arc. Just to make sure the FKA or the bending tool works. Let's also go top view and see if it looks okay, centered. Okay. Might come forward more. Something like that. Now let's work on the thumb. So I'll save again. Put this at the tippy. This will be at the first bend. I'll kind of center. I'll what do you call it? I'll favor the back, so I think it distorts less in the back of the thumb there. This is probably here. And this is like to let you rotate your whole thumb. Just looking at if it's centered in the mass. Like that. These feel really high. Is that right? I feel like that's wrong. I might have moved them by mistake. I'm not sure. Let's see if I can move them down. So it's like more in the core of the mass, so it'll have like a bigger influence. I think this also would go lower like this, kind of more in the center of that area. And I want like an arcing shape, I think. Yeah, let's select that. There you go. So we get like an arc. Can I do this? I tried alt clicking to like get the menu, but it did not let me. Okay. So let's say we're happy with the hand. Save. Boob. Let's see what the boob would do. Let's turn off in front. Let's put it kind of angled out like this. I don't think it really matters, but and then maybe this is kind of where the torso starts. centered, kind of like this. Go down the chain, so the spine's fine, the leg's fine. I think this is it. So save. And I could do the rig. I could try rigging it directly, but I'm 100% sure it's gonna break. So I'm not gonna do that actually. I'm not gonna waste time with that. I'm gonna make a proxy rig. Make my reference smaller. So yeah, this character is, let me see. Like 1.5 million, so it's gonna not work. So I could create a custom proxy rig, or I could do a remeshed proxy rig. I'm trying to think what the pros and cons are here. So I think in the past I used a custom proxy rig because it had clothing, so I had to like define certain shapes more. Um, I could do them half and half maybe. I could do a proxy rig for most of the body, and then a custom rig for the head where the hair is. Or I could just do a proxy rig for the whole thing. Let's do a proxy rig for the whole thing and see what happens. Or actually, no, I'll do the head separate. So, yeah. So let's hide the rig for now. Let's grab the character. Save. Select objects. Duplicate it. Make it into a new folder, and we'll call it proxy. I'm going to hide the original. Let's make sure proxy and character are the same exact thing. Okay, we're good. So back to proxy. I'm going to proxy just the body. Measured copy. It's already 12:50, so I have like an hour and a half now to work. Let's see what we're grabbing. Okay, that was easy. That was the body. Combine them. Oh, actually, don't combine them yet. Let's make sure we do visual geometry mesh, so it applies all modifiers I forgot to apply, and then combine them. Let's delete the transforms on it and center its pivot. And now it's clean. I'm gonna call this body. We can make the hair and the head one piece, I guess. So I'll basically, let's hide this for now. Grab everything else. Same thing. Oh, you can't do this. Why not? That's interesting. Why can't I do that? Let's look through the modifier list and see what could be causing that. Okay, we have the multi-res there. What could be causing this? The eyes. Let's try applying the oh, you know, it might have trouble with this planar hair. Let's try it. Let's see. Let's run it through and see what happens. It might break it, but it's okay. Let's apply the multi-res. Now it works. Interesting. Oh wait, no, maybe? Let's go back a sec. Let's grab everything again. Oh, I think I didn't have one thing as a active selected. That's why it probably didn't work. So now it applies the active. Yeah, cool. Let's combine them. Let's delete all transforms, center pivot, and then let's try running a remesh on this. And let's watch it break. No, I'm pretty sure it's going to break. Let's see. So lower the voxel size. Let's keep an eye on the hair. So yeah, it broke the hair. Oh no, I'm crashing. I'm turning into a JPEG. Holy smokes. I never lagged so bad. That's not good. Alright, let me see what my processor's at. We're still at 100% CPU. That's not good. That is bad. It's still loading too. Potential bug in the new Blender, but it could also be one of the things where it's like it's super laggy the first time you do it. It could also be really laggy because I'm telling it to remesh that single planar thing. So that could be a reason why it's doing it. It might be faster at this point to crash it. To just restart. And just be careful, because I just grabbed and dragged it and added a bunch of geometry, so maybe... yeah, I'm gonna just restart it, crash it. We'll just reload from the save. Did it just finish? Oh no. Oh, it did just finish. Oh god. Oh my god, I have 100,000... I have 117 million polygons right now. That was insane. That used all my memory. That was crazy. I never made something so big. I should have taken a snapshot. Okay, so we confirm that the hair does not work in that state, so let's separate this piece here, and we'll just give it thickness, so it's an easy fix. Okay, grab this guy, select everything, extrude it, just pull in like this, and I'm gonna flip this, there you go, and combine it back, and now we should be fine. So if I go generate and remesh, let's be careful with the remesh, because I did not expect that to happen. Let's just tap it here. Slowly go up. Okay, now it's starting to lag. Okay, just see if there's any other problems like holes and stuff. Okay, so there's a big hole here. But overall, it's okay. And we're not too high either, 280. So let's apply. So that's our proxy head. Let's go to the body. Do the same with the body. Did we already combine it? I think we did. Let's go to generate remesh. That was insane. I'm scared of remesh. Why did it do that before though? I felt like there was a safeguard where it was like so choppy that it wouldn't let me drag to like infinity like that. I don't know what happened there. So for this one, what we're really interested in is getting the fingers to register and separate. So if you look at the fingers here. Okay, so now I notice what I don't like about, let me turn on auto depth, see if that helps me. Oh, interesting. So yeah, this is why I don't like orbit on, what's it called? It's called orbit around selection. This is why I don't like it, because I want to focus on the hand, and the center pivot point is still on the hand, despite me wanting to go here. So that's why I always have it off. Now I remember why. Let's turn that off. Okay, so there you go. Now I have it, so I check that off. And I have auto depth on, and I can do this. So let's keep going here. This might be fine right here. What are we at? We're at 100,000. We could probably go a little bit more. Maybe get to the point where this is further back on the hand. That's pretty good too. I honestly think that's enough. 230. Let's just hit apply there. So we have the proxy head and the proxy head and the proxy body. We can combine them and then apply a rig, or we could do them separately. I never had a separate pieced proxy. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's just try it. This will be our first time doing a two-part proxy. So I'll combine these. Actually, you know what? This is probably too high, actually. 500,000. I think this is way too high for auto weights. Let's try it though. Bunch of experimentation today. Let's copy this just in case it breaks or something. Which is probably not the case, but yeah, I'll just do a copy anyways. And then let's bring back the rig. Save. Let's select the body and then the rig. Go to Control P, apply automatic weights. Oh wait, do I do that? No, I don't do it here. Wait, do I? No, I don't do it here. Never mind. What am I doing? So let's undo that. No, I don't do it here. What I do is I generate the rig. So I go meta rig and it generates a rig. Kind of sketched out with how much loading 4.3 takes. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, so now we can hide the meta rig for later. We'll bring rig into rig folder. Oh, that's not good. Why is this so high? Oh, that's weird. Why is that happening? Let's undo that for a sec. What? Oh, I know what's happening. It's because I put this so high. Why is this up here? Interesting. Let's look at the meta rig again, see what's happening. Huh. Maybe it's because of the FK? What is it defaulted to? It's defaulted to FK. Why is it up here? Oh, I know what I did wrong. Okay, so I did something else wrong. I know what I did. Okay, so let's kill this rig. Go back to meta rig. And then we have to zero it out. So I think we go all transforms. And then it should be fine. So if I go generate rig. There you go. That's what it was. It's protruding out from here a little bit, but I'm totally fine with that as long as the controls are generally in there. This body's super exaggerated, and I'm probably going to resculpt it a little bit more later, so it's like, whatever. Let's hide the meta rig, and then bring rig back up. And then we apply the proxy rig to the rig. So grab body, rig, Control P, automatic weights. I should have saved before this. It might crash. I don't think, okay, so it failed because it was too heavy, which was what I thought it would happen. Save again. So let's see, does it have a, oh, it did create vertex groups, but they don't work. Let's delete this body again. Wait, what does this have vertex groups? Oh, it's because I think I did that failed thing. Let's delete all the groups. Delete all the groups. Okay, let's hide the backup. So let's go to separate by loose parts. Let's save. Oh wow, there's a lot of parts. Let me see. I'm gonna combine the head. Wait, why are there so many parts? I'm curious. What are those parts? What are these parts? Oh, it's like floating bits. Okay, so these are the only two things I really want. So the rest I'll delete. That's a good thing I checked. Yeah, all this is like crap I don't need. So just this one and this one. And I'll call this one head, just to be stay clean there. So the problem is these are really, really high, and auto weights does not like that. So let's try bringing him down to 50,000, and then we'll see what happens. So go save again. Let's get rid of this armature. Let's bring down the body. Decimate. Let's collapse it by, what is that? I'm really bad at math. It's like 10%. Let's see what that does. Oh wait. 0.1 is 10%. What's it at? 23. So that's totally doable. I just gotta make sure the hands don't collapse. That looks okay to me. So get the other parts. That looks fine. Yeah, that looks fine to me. So I'm gonna apply this. Let's go to head. Do the same thing. So decimate. Go down to 0.1. Yeah, 0.1. See if it collapses anywhere, anything bad. I don't see anything. Yeah, I think it's okay. See what the count is. 28 again. Apply this. And I'm purposely going to keep these separate again. I just want to see what happens, how Pro Weights handles that. Combine them. And then let's apply the body to the rig again. Automatic weights. Okay, I think it's loading, so I think it's working. It still might pop up an error. No error, so I think it worked. What time is it? Okay, it's 1. Let's try moving the rig. Why is it so thin? Oh, it's sideways. Okay, that's kind of bad. Okay, it works. See how it deforms. My nose itches. So something's not working with the angle of those things. Let's see how the shoulder looks when you pull your arm down. So it looks way too... something doesn't feel right. Possibly we could clean that up with skin weights. Do we go as far as transferring the weights to the main one, or no? Oh, no. Let's see what the head's doing, see if that transferred well. So it allowed us to keep 2 separate pieces and still auto weight, which is really cool, and that's an option. So we get a clean separation there, and we can have higher density for both meshes, so they're both like, I don't have to do one remesh for the whole thing. I could do it for the head and the body, so that worked out really cool. That's cool. Does it make sense to clean up weights here or clean up weights on the main thing? Let me put this back. Actually, what am I doing? I could just do this. Okay. If I clean up weights here, I have less points to work with, and ultimately I have to clean up on the main one. It's faster to do because there's less points, but the trade-off is I can't define as much. I can see problems here like this thing. The rotation's off here. Actually, it's not too bad right here. But this part's really bad, this one. This rotation's all wonky. Let's see what's happening in MetaRig, and potentially that'll tell us why this is rotated. It might be this controller here. Let me see. It might be determined by this angle right here. This angle. Let's bring back MetaRig. No, it's not. This and this is different. What is this angle based on then? Is it averaging out these? Why is this controller crooked? Can I rotate it with this? I go edit mode. Oh wait, what's this? That's the rig. Let's do comparisons here. So why is this tilted this way? What's determining that tilt? It doesn't seem to be related to the actual shapes here. It might be the average going down the chain of the positions where this hump is happening, this angle. So maybe in that same way, this hump, oh, I'm stuck in there. This arm hump is telling it to go that way. Let me see what angle the arm hump is going. It doesn't look like that matches though. I would, well, or maybe it's averaging it, so maybe it's taking this arm hump and then it's looking at the hand hump. Not sure how it's getting this angle. It does seem to match this though, going from the top. I just don't understand its rotation this way. What's making it rotate that way? Let's hide the rig. Let me flicker it on and off and see. What's causing that? Let's just let it be for now, but we'll keep that in mind. What about the finger joints to see if that's reasonable? Like, how does it scale down? If it scales down fine, then I'm like gonna ignore it too. So pose mode, see what happens here. That actually looks fine to me. Yeah, that looks fine. That angle I kind of don't like there, but I could probably just sculpt that and fix that. So it's like, eh. That's fine too. So I guess that's kind of the trade-off where it just, since the hands are not made super flat and straight, it's like a weird balance between matching what's there and then straightening it. So I'm just gonna let it be for now. This one's really, oh, okay, never mind. It's that too. Ooh, that's weird. Actually, no, is that right? That rotation angle. That actually kind of corrects the hand a lot. Let me see, let's try this. that actually works really well. Yeah, it's like fanning the hand like this. Oh, that's a bit bad. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Wow. Okay. So the controls aren't ideal, but it's kind of okay. Select it all and just reset it all. So let's try. Okay, so let's save. That was a cool benchmark. Let's hide the proxy. Let's call this proxy because it kind of passes my inspection. This one. This is the old one. This is the remesh. It's too high, right? It's 500,000. So kill that one. So we got an official proxy there. Um, let's try transferring weights from proxy to the main. And let's see if I can handle it. Let's see if it lags the crap out of me. Um, let's hide the proxy. Let's bring back the character. So my assumption is I could transfer the weights correctly, but the problem will be that I can barely move because it's going to be so laggy. So that's my assumption. Let's see what happens. Let's hide the rig temporarily here. Let's grab everything. I'll make a copy of it as well. Where should I put this though? I'm trying to think. What can I put? Where can I put this and how can I put this? Okay, so let's grab everything. Duplicate it. Make sure there's no modifiers on it. Combine it. Reset the transforms on it. And then I'm gonna put this. Oh wait, do I want to combine this? Yeah, let's combine it first, and then I'm gonna probably try it again, but it's gonna be all separate. So I'm gonna put this one into rig for now. Call this one character combined. Char combined. And we'll test it, and we'll see how laggy it gets. So I'm going to transfer the weights over. So I'm going to show the proxy and the main character. How heavy is this, by the way? So it's 1.5 million. Let's grab the proxy and then the character. And then we'll go to weight paint. And we'll go to transfer weights, which is up here. Let's see what the settings are. I think I go nearest face interpolated. Oh my god, it's laggy. Let's try, I don't know what this would do, but I'm just put 0.2, just so there's something there. I'll go by name. Wow, that's super laggy. Okay. I think everything else is okay. Oh, it feels laggy. Let's look at what's happening on CPU side. Okay. It's actually not bad. I'm using quite a bit of RAM though. Let's hide the proxy. Let's bring back the rig. And then let's apply apply the model to the rig. Go to Control P, auto weights. Oh wait, what am I doing? I just messed up. Oh my god. I just undid what I just... What am I doing? Oh no. Don't crash. I just basically undid the weights. Let's just see what happens here. I want to see. What's moving? Wait, why is there two? Why is there two? Oh, we didn't hide the original. It's actually rigged though, which is actually not what I was expecting. It is super laggy though. Does it help? Nope. Oh, the head moves. That's weird. Okay. I'm confused. Let's go back though before I apply the. So let's go back to the point where they're both selected. Okay. So let's hide the character again. And then let's check to see if it's rigged. It's not rigged. Does it have weights on it? So yeah, it has the weights. Oh, that's not good. Name collisions. I don't know what that means. Does the other one have it? Let's check out this one. This one doesn't have issues. Let's go back to this one again. This has issues. So let's actually clear it then. Potentially we messed it up. So it has nothing there. No modifiers. Let's try copying it again. So this guy, weight paint, transfer weights. By name, layers, point to, your space interpolated, so I think it's good. Let's see. Okay, so we're still getting that issue. Oh, there's two. Oh, wait, no, that's not it. Yeah. Okay, I don't know if that's normal or not. I just noticed that now, so let's just keep going though. Let's see if it happens again. So we're gonna manually add a armature. Let's add rig, and then let's hide the proxy. Oh wait, the proxy is already hidden. This one. Okay, let's try posing it now. It's probably gonna be laggy as hell. Let's see what happens. It's laggy as hell. Look, it's giving me like kind of the same results as last time when I did auto weights by accident, which is, I don't know fully if it was like, oh, this has weights, we don't have to do anything. But this is with no um, no hand painting done so far. We're getting some weird artifacting. I think that has to do with the way the weight's transferred. So it's just doing that. But it's so laggy. Let's go back here. Wait, actually, let's go this. Let's see what the weights look like. They're probably all janky. Let's look at the shoulder. Oh wait, we can't look at it here. We have to do, what is it? Solo. Let's also put it in front. So the solo thing is in here. This one, you just put this as a quick favorites, and that just shows the bones with the weights. And so now we just go there and then see what the weights are. Jump to this bone. So you can see the unsmoothness of it. Like you can see all the triangulation from the proxy mesh. What if we just do smooth weights and see what happens? I think it helped a little bit. What if I go in and smooth it by hand, see what that does too? Super laggy. Didn't really seem to help. Let's go in with a brush. Let's open the brush menu. We're using draw. What's the strength here? So we're putting it's half strength and it's putting this 0.2 weight on it. Is there like a super smooth button? Smear, blur, no. Ooh, that's weird. What is this? Why is this happening? Oh, we smooth through it. Let's undo that. Why is that happening? It could be this error that's doing it. Go to this bone, see what's happening. That's interesting. Why is that like protruding up like that? Any weight we paint is like extreme. Interesting. Let's switch the brushes. Let's switch to mix. Let's see what mix does. It's also adding to it. There might be some weird errors happening here. Let's go back to draw. Let's actually go to edit mode and see what's happening with the vertices here. Does this add up to 1? Let me actually use a calculator. I think that's what's happening. It's not fully adding 1 to it. So when I do paint, it brings it back to, it adds a bit more to bring it back to rest pose basically, which is not right. Plus. Yep, that's right. It's missing 0.02 weight, and that's why when I paint on it, it's actually coming out because it's adding that weight that's missing. It's not just smoothing. So we're having an interesting issue there. Let's put this back to pose mode. And we'll reset the pose. So we're having some weird issues there, and I think it has to do with that error message we were seeing. So we reset this pose. Let's go to the body. So we're getting weird issues, and I think once this clears, we won't have that issue anymore. Let's delete all the groups on this, all the vertex groups. Let's get rid of the armature. So now if we were to pose this, it's reset completely basically. Yeah. So potentially using that copy weights thing did not work. But it's weird because auto weights accidentally worked on the second try. So I'm a little confused. Potentially it was just using what I transferred earlier. Let's look at the proxy mesh really quick as a reference. And we'll look at the points like right here. Does this add up to 1? Let's test that real quick. So 0.06 plus 0.328 plus 0.00, wait, I made it messed up. 0.029. Oh, they don't add up to 1 either. What? That doesn't make sense. This actually has less weights than the other one. Huh. Okay, let me try something. That's interesting. I did not expect that. So let's go edit, select all. Let's go to weight paint. Weight paint, and then let's go normalize all. Okay, let's see what that did. Now let's go to edit, select the bone here. Okay, it looks like it has an extra thing here. Try adding these together. Now it's at 0.999, which actually is basically 1, so I think that worked. Let's see what happens when we move the character now. Does it actually, that's really interesting though. I did not expect that. So let's go pose and then grab this arm. There we go. So it still moves, it still works. We get an error message on the rig itself. There's no error message here on the vertex groups. Let's save. Let's bring back the other guy. I didn't know that. I don't know why that happened. But let's bring back the combined one. Let's look at what's happening. We deleted everything on this so it's clean again. Let's click this guy, and we go repainting, transfer weights, and then we'll double check again, like see if it actually transferred to everything. So if you look at this by name, all layers, 0.2, nearest face interpolated, and go back to object mode. Let's hide the proxy. Let's see what's happening on character combine. We have the vertex group. We're still getting an error. Let's see if we can make this bigger and see what the names are. Oh my god, that's a lot of errors. Why is there a collision happening here with the names? I could probably load an existing Blender file to see if we're getting errors throughout for everything. You could also try a different transfer weight and see if there's any errors. But let's see quickly. Let's go to edit mode here. Click on a bone here. So, I mean a vert, and let's see what the data says here. If it's actually close to 1 again. We're at 1:30 right now, so we have another hour before we have to go. 0.838 plus 0.5152 plus 0.0. It's actually equal to 1, which is perfect. So that was actually a crucial step, I think. I don't know if it's normalized correctly, so that's potentially an issue where it'll like put weights where you don't want it. But generally speaking, it did fix that issue. So if I was to go in here, actually we'd have to pose it first to see. But let's try applying the armature again. Armature. Let's put the rig. Let's see what we did. And let's see, I want to make sure everything is hidden correctly. Grab this guy, pose it. Let's see what happens here. So it's super laggy like we were expecting, but potentially, if we're okay with that, working slowly, because we're not really animating, we're just making a single pose. Let's see, so we're seeing kind of jaggedness from the proxy, I think. So let's see if we can actually go in here and like weight paint and clean that up. So if we go, oh, not this one. Go to this. Weight paint. Click on this bone. And see what we're working with here. So if I was to go to smooth, so we don't get that popping effect anymore, which is what you're having, which is incredible. It's like, yay, no more popping. But it's laggy as hell. Like, this would be kind of a nightmare to work with because it's like, oh god, this takes forever. And it's like horribly laggy. Let's see what it's doing to my computer. So it's actually not cooking anything. It looks laggy, but it's not actually that heavy, which is really cool. Yeah, everything is chilling on the computer. Let's see. Let's try to color pick from there. So that helps us smooth it a little bit more, but There's so few ticks in the brush that I think it's just gonna be hard to like paint this. So I think this is generally, I feel like we can't really work this way. It's just too laggy. Trying to think of a solution here. We could play with like how the weights transfer potentially, and that could also help smooth it out on transfer. I could make the proxy mesh quads. I feel like at that point though, the proxy mesh would just be the mesh. So, or we let it be choppy, we pose it, and then we just clean it up once it's posed. That's a little destructive though, because everything we do at the pose state wasn't really, it's like off the pose mesh, so can't really use it. We can't really bring it back to the default T-pose, which might not be a like necessarily bad thing. Let me see if I can smooth this. What if we back out the camera? Do you think maybe the camera is a factor? No. Okay. I thought maybe the screen space would be making it laggy, where I'm just zoomed in super close. But we are technically able to work with it, but it's just super slow and laggy. I guess one last thing I want to really do is, let's see if we could just get rid of these artifacts. So let's see if we could kind of smooth it away and see if it's actually caused by the transferred weights. Or what if we do this? What if we do automation so we just say smooth? Go back that guy, smooth. Go back this guy. And smoothing. It's so laggy. This would take forever. Okay, so that's kind of better. Let's see what happens when I go back. Oof, it's still there. Let's look at this bone here, see if that's also a factor. This chest bone. Not really. Collarbone? No. This arm? No. This bone? What's causing that choppiness? This bone. Huh. It could be that the shape. It doesn't look that choppy though. That's what's confusing me. Oh, okay, wait, that does look choppy. Let's say like, okay, let's just kill it. Like, let's say, let's purposely do something like really weird and strong. So like, let's say, let's fill this with like a set color of the yellow. Go like set weight. And then let's see what it looks like here. I still see some artifacting there. Let's do it to this side too. It could be that I have to normalize it, but I don't know yet. Go back here, and then set weight as well. And then let's see, object mode, let's see. Oh yeah, so yeah, definitely the weights. It was the weights. And then like, let's say, weight paint. Let's go normalize all. Yeah. So generally, I think this isn't going to work. So it's just too slow. It's not workable. So that looks so bizarre. It's like hurting my brain. Okay. Let's delete this. Let's reset the rig. Let's go to pose mode. Let's select it all, reset. And then go to save. So let's try another process where bring this back. Select the objects in there, duplicate it. Let's put it into a new folder. Let's put it in the rig. Let's delete. Oh. Let's make sure I don't have the wrong character selected here. Okay, let's do this. Delete all the history on it, or apply all the transforms. Okay. So this might work. This might work. So, this other option we could do is we keep the parts separate. This might not work too, though, actually. Well, maybe it'll let me paint, though. So maybe we could paint when it's separate because it's like less geometry. But then it'll still be laggy to pose, but that's okay. So we'll try the second approach. I'll make a new folder and we'll call this one rig I guess. And we'll put that into rig. So it's all still separate this time. And we applied all the modifiers on it, so this doesn't have the multi-res on it. It's confusing. Okay, let me think. So another question is, can we copy weights? Do we have to do one-to-one copy weights, or is it possible to copy weights to multiple pieces? So that's the second question. That's possibly an issue. So if I go here, yeah, that's kind of tricky. I don't know what to do. So if what if I did, that's right, because I think it's the last active. That's kind of a problem. I'll come back a sec. solution while I was in the bathroom. Oh, something in my eye. So, since I'm trying to, well, actually, you know what? That's kind of a problem now. Well, actually, is it a problem? No, it's not a problem. Well, is it a problem actually? It still might work. Let's see. Man, something's in my eye. So, okay, so what I was thinking was, where was I? So what I was thinking was the problem was they're all separate, so it had to copy to each one, but I don't think you have to do that. What you would do is select all the pieces, combine them. Let's make sure there's no transforms. No modifiers. Combine them. Let's make sure. Okay, so we combine them. Go to Proximesh. The high res. Go to weight paint. Copy the weights. Copy the weights, and then hide the proxy. Click on this guy. And then I think we separate this. Separate by loose parts. I don't really want to do like a lot of like hands up. Man, something's in my eye. I don't want to do like hands on like, oh no, I have to merge these and these and these every single time. So I'm not gonna do it for all the pieces, but I'll do it for one piece and I'll get an idea if like I think some hairs in my eye. I'll just do it for this piece and we'll see if that was good or bad, and then the rest we'll see like if it was better to do that or not. So now this has, if you go here, oh okay, so we're getting some, okay. So still getting the error message on these. I think we have to normalize it all too. Wait, did I already normalize? I think I already normalized, so we're fine on the proxy. But now let's grab all the pieces that are separate and then do automatic waste. No. What am I doing? What am I doing? No, we don't do that. We just select all the pieces. Oh, actually, you know what? We'd have to do this one by one. So let's actually, am I allowed to combine it again? Let's see. So we combine it all again. And they all have the weights. And then I actually apply this first. I have no idea if this is going to break it. Oh, wait, do we do this? No, okay. Okay. So we go modifier, and then we do the, what is it? Deform armature. Make it go to rig. No, not that one. Rig. And now we separate it. So, okay, wait, before we do this, let's see what happens if we do this. So this works, but let's say we go back here and then we go edit, separate these parts, and then back here. Does it still work? So if you go here, this piece, this has armature, this has the vertex groups. So technically it should follow still. Let's see what happens. So it's still rigged. Let's also see what happens if I move the torso. Yeah, it moves as if it was one, but now we have control over each piece alone. So that's interesting. It's super laggy, but I don't mind if it's just for a pose. So now let's look into the weight painting. So this is the main reason to do this, and if it works, it works. It's great, but the goal hopefully is that it's less laggy when I weight paint. So back here, weight paint. Let's go to this bone. Smooth. Okay, it actually is less laggy. And then like let's say it actually is less laggy. So the test actually worked. It's still laggy, but it's not as laggy. This is also probably the biggest piece, so that makes sense. Let's see, how do we jump to another part? So we jump here, and then, wait, we click the bones, we click this, and go weight paint. Click this thing. So yeah, this thing doesn't lag at all, because it's so much smaller. Potential issues is when I'm doing transitional weight, so matching this and this weight might not make sense. Can I do this? Can I do this? Can I pick the bones? Then this, and then weight paint? No, it just makes the last active the thing to weight paint. So that would have been awesome if it let me do both at the same time, but it does not. I guess what you could technically do is combine them, then go to weight paint. Oh, okay, so that works. So you can actually fix the translational issue. It's so versatile that you could actually separate these pieces, paint them separately if you wanted, but now it's slightly laggier because it has more geometry to work with. So that's kind of cool. I wish Blender was stronger to like be able to paint, what is this, 1.5 million polygons? No, it's 1 million for weight paint. But that's kind of, I mean, it's amazing that it still works. I guess so if this technique would work, that means you could cut this torso in half, for example, and then paint the top half with less weight, so it'd be working at like 500 mil polygons, which is like what the head is basically. Wait, why is it so low? I thought it was much higher. Okay, I only have 40 minutes left, so you know, it's like, what do I want to do with 40 minutes? I feel like we learned a little bit. We made the rig. We could experiment with poses. We could do that. I could save out a version and work on poses. I could try cleaning weights. Oh, there's something in my eye. I think posing would be fun, and I know for a fact, I mean, I think it's best if I could do multiple poses and test it. So be like, okay, this works, this doesn't work. So I might go the posing route. Would it make sense to pose the proxy, or would it make sense to pose this? This is super slow. I think the proxy just makes sense in that regard, but I will have to come up with more creative solutions as to how to paint weights on the high res. But It's still in my eye. So let's test out poses. So, oh, you know what? I'm kind of curious actually. Does it have to do with what's visible? So if I hide this, show this, and pose this, if that's possible, that means if it doesn't lag when I'm posing this and it does pose it, that means it won't lag when we pose, which will be incredible. So if I click this guy, pose it, it doesn't lag. That's crazy. And then now if I pose it and then hide the proxy, show the main. Wow, okay, so that's really cool. So we could technically hide the high poly. I think we're getting closer and closer to like what's gonna work. So the proxy actually serves multiple purposes now. So proxy does transfer weights and it lets me pose quickly. I'm trying to think here. When I'm at work, I'll think of like possible solutions for getting this weight stuff to transfer more cleanly. But that's really cool. So only have 30 minutes left. Let's try getting like 2 poses in. And I'll save this. So let's hide the high res. Let's see what the file size is as well on this model. Like this whole file, I mean. Let's see. Let me try to finish this coffee before I go to. So we are at 800 millibytes. Is that right? Millibytes? Megabytes. 800 megabytes. So it's still less than a gig, which isn't bad. And I have like 1 or 2 extra safety models set up, so save points, so it's kind of heavy for that, but so let's see. Let's bring back the proxy. Let's actually smooth out the proxy. We can also test like transfer settings. And that could potentially make it better. But let's see. Go proxy. Let's go to object mode, proxy, smooth shade smooth. So it's kind of giving us some more approximation of what the high poly is going to be like. And it's back to pose. So I was thinking it'd be really cool if this character was sitting. I have like this transparent cube that I want them to sit on. This. And I might angle it at 45 degrees. And be like this tall. I'm gonna make the vertical height kind of ambiguous because I don't know exactly what the height is. So let's say it's like there. I want them to sit on this cube. Let's call this one set cube. And we'll make this not selectable. And we'll put this inside of workbench. So these are both visible but not selectable. Let's see what the colors look like. So it's blazingly white. Let's actually make the material, the foot material again. Actually, let's see what this does. Let's see how that looks. I think the silhouette's more interesting if it was black as well. Let's just make it black for now. And then make it not selectable. And then back to solid view. And let's do our first horrible pose that we'll ultimately probably not use and get rid of, but we'll learn from. So let's use the timeline. And then we'll set poses or set frames. I never also used, what is it called? It's like rest position. I never used this in binding pose or final pose state. I never used this. think I should try to learn to use this. I'm kind of curious though. Let's see. Can I do this? Like, can I? So like this is let's say this is posed. Grab everything. Why am I at this frame? That's crazy. Why do I have so many frames? Let's get down to like 100 frames. Let's say that. So let's say, let me zoom in here. Oh, what the hell? What's this? Oh, I accidentally split another one. Okay. So let's say grab everything and I set a frame here. Insert keyframe. Fail to insert any keyframes. Insert keyframe. Wait, what? Why not? What's happening? Insert keyframe. Failed to insert any keyframes. Oh, why? What's happening? What am I doing wrong? There's something wrong. What's happening? Oh, you know what? It's probably because I was in rest position. Failed to set. Let's go rest positions. No. Huh. Why? Why doesn't it let me set frames? Let's do this. What if I click this guy? Let's look at the options here. See if there's anything wrong. Press I. Huh, why did you let me do it here, but not here? Keying is set failed. What? Keying is set failed to insert keyframes. That's weird. Huh. Why doesn't that work? I got like 30 minutes before I gotta go. Come on, let's see. What's wrong? Oh wait. Let's see, maybe it's one of these things. No. It's just a little icon. Change the options. Pose mode. Why doesn't this let me? Oh. So if I actually move it, it does create keyframes, but why doesn't that work though? Keying set failed. Let me see. Let's try Googling it. Let's try ChatGPTing it and then Googling it as well and see what happens. Called the graph editor. What's this called? This is called the timeline. Okay, so I just typed out what's happening to ChatGPT. Let's see what he says or they say. And then let's try Google now. Let's say Okay, so the first video on Google um, looks pretty promising. Let's see if it works. If it does work, I'll post it in the chat of the video. He spelled key. Oh, that's interesting. So he's saying keying sets. Remove the keying sets. We'll compare and see if ChatGPT actually does better. Okay, so that seemed to work. So let's see if it works over here. So it said type here key. I don't see it here. It might be in a different. Wait, where did he do it? He did it in the. He did it in the world setting. This one. This one. Let me just remove this and let's see if that worked. Grab everything. It worked. Okay, sweet. That's what it was. So I'm gonna hit a like button for him. That was really cool. I'm also gonna link it in the local chat. That was like, I think 20 seconds and he got it working for me, so that was awesome. Boom. So there's that video, and then let's see what ChatGPT said real quick. So he says not all properties can be directly keyframed. That's not really helpful for me. Make sure you're right-clicking outside the active area. Occasionally layers are linking other. That's not really helpful. Resetting or reconfiguring your key map. That's not helpful. Using I hovering over works because it's directly impacting. So that didn't help. So that was not helpful. So +1 to Google and -1, or not -1, just +1 to Google. And ChatGPT, you don't get a point. Okay, so what time is it? It is 2:06, so we still got some time. So back to this thing. I wanted to let this see. Let's select all of the stuff. Let's get rid of these. Let's turn off auto key. Delete these keyframes. Go back to 0. Like, let's say we like this pose a lot, and we hit I, insert keyframe, save this. What if we go back to, where is it? This one, no. Oh. Yeah, we go here. This is the data on the pose mode, rest position. And then go here, let's say, select everything, hit I. I'm just curious, I want to see if I go pose mode, does it actually? Oh, okay, so it doesn't let you pose. The rest position isn't actually keying. I thought that would key it, but it does not. So that's interesting to know. But you could always just select all and then reset. So the all button thing is here, I think. Transform. No, clear transform all. That's this button. Just resets it. So I did that. Wait, it's not auto keyed, so I have to actually insert keyframe on it. So you can see. So yeah, that's just me doing some tests and stuff. So again, I'm going to clear everything. So let's minimize this so I can select it all at once. Might do this. Delete frames. I'm going to do it on frame. I'm going to do it on frame 0. I always do it on frame 1, but let's try something different. Let's try frame 0. Actually, you know what? Let's do it on frame 1. Let's do it on frame 0. Let's try something different. So I'm gonna make this smaller. I don't need that much space. Make this window a bit smaller. Let's save what we did. And let's try posing this. So I should have a better reference. So let me actually open reference. Let's see what I want to do here. we'll just kind of vaguely follow the reference and then we'll kind of spin off of it. I think it's going to be weird to lean on this cube. There's potentially the issue of like it won't balance. So it'll work in 3D in the 3D space, but then it won't work in real life where it's like too top heavy or something. Let's switch to FK for the legs. And let's also switch the arms to FK. I don't know if doing both of them like this will do them. Maybe it's just doing this active selected one. Let's see what happens. So, why is there two of them? Why is there two here? I don't understand this. What if I select one of them? Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. I don't know why there's two. Potentially that's what's the error message is, what I'm seeing over here. I don't know. I'll find out later. Oh wait, you know what? Maybe it's what I'm seeing here is this one. The other one. The proxy. That could be what it is. But I don't know 100%. That's like an assumption right now. So it's actually this one, this one. We switched this one. Well, let's test the thing first. So I select both. Do it. So then this one is switched. No, this one's switched. So in this case, it's not last selected, but it's the first selected. That's kind of weird. So you have to do it manually. You switch them both. Make sure they're both doing it too. Yes, this one's not doing it. So we did it. Save. And now we can do it with FK like this. It's actually less what do you call it? Less distortions and then happening there. That's cool. So we have to move our root or our butt like this. I'm actually not sure how to handle this. We'll see. This will be horrible, but we'll learn from it. I'm gonna set auto key on because I have a feeling I might skip frames and ultimately lose what might work. So this will help me kind of go back. Let's see how the automatic weights. We literally didn't touch a single brush stroke of weight painting on this model. It's just all auto weights on the proxy. Why is it way down here? I guess that works. So another big thing is like, how is the shoulder handled there? Is that fine with me? And we could ultimately do... Oh, I'm getting a call. Oh, it's a spam caller. So in the reference, they're bringing their hand up like this. I'm not going to do the fingers just yet. This gets completely destroyed right here. That's interesting. So we'd have to fix that like sculpting wise. And then the other hand also kicks in like this. And this one kicks back like this. And the hands can come in, the fingers come in. try to get most of it working, and then we could try to adjust it further with the in between bones. And also like hand sculpting it. This one, the elbow kicks out more, I think. Where's the, oh, this is the, it looks really weird, but I think it's part of the process. I hope. Potentially, like, adding clothing would help too, so maybe we could take breaks in between, so it'll be like, okay, that whole sculpting thing didn't work out, or, I mean, posing thing didn't work out, we'll just back off. Trying to, like, revisit the sculpting side, like, we could also branch off and make a copy of the proxy and then see how we could approach doing sculpt cleanup on it. And that'll be interesting. So we'll do a bunch of tests and stuff. This hand kind of crunches in. How much should I do here? Maybe bring this in. It gets really squished though, so I'm kind of skeptical of like how to handle that. I might go in by hand and sculpt move the fingers, because I think that just might work better, but I don't know yet. Let's just bend as close as we can get where it doesn't look complete horde. And then we'll let the sculpting handle the deeper stuff. That looks weird. I'm referencing what's his name? It's like an artist that I really like. He has like a rockin' jelly bean, and he has this one illustration where it's like a demon girl sitting on a car. And I really like that. I'm trying to make that similar pose. He also kind of really exaggerates what's happening with the torso, where he pulls this area in where it's like, it's definitely breaking their back and it's not making sense, but it looks really cool. It's like really exaggerated. Also very subtle like things, or like the angle of the opening of the hips there is like, what does that suggest? And if the legs kicked out or like kicked in, like how does that feel? It's like, I think if I added clothing, it would add so much more. It would be harder to work trying to. It's like, okay, well, does it not work because the clothing is poking through, or is it not working because the pose is not working? So I feel like right now, maybe this is technically, like right now it's best to just work relatively naked. Let's see what happens. So earlier we put the neck bone like right here. We purposely put it higher so we can kind of see how that feels. That rotation point, it's like right here. Just kind of comparing to like last time. So extreme angles like this, it feels like it's swaying more, which like the center point swaying more, which kind of feels like it doesn't work. Interesting how it feels though. Maybe his isn't the best reference too, because it's so exaggerated. Like he has the head shutting back. So maybe that's not the best. Can we make this FK? I'm wondering, is there an FK switch? Head follow, neck follow. Let's see what this does when I turn this off. I'm not sure. Can't tell. We actually didn't put custom bones in the hair, but we could do that later. So that'll be part of the experimentation, to be like, okay, well, I'm generally happy with the pose. I'm generally happy with the rig, but I want to add more bones. So like, how do we go about that? And the last one where we did the impact jump, we did add bones for the tabard. So we'll basically do the same process, but it'll be interesting to see how it all translates and if I can build off of what I already have. So that'll be the interesting part. Oh, that's interesting. That really saves it if I pull this back. So yeah, it looks weird with the hair pointing back. Does it make more sense to bring the legs in closer? Like this? Where they're kind of meeting? We're trying to go for like pin-up. Maybe sitting on the edge of the cube is causing more issues than we had thought. Let's like unlock it. Let's also turn that off. So we just leave the two options there. Oh, I turn on. No, it's right here. Let's save. Let's rotate. Let's center the point of rotation here. And let's try like just sitting on the end of the cube and see how that feels. So it's more versatile, it doesn't have to be on the edge cube. Just lock it again. How much time do we have right now? Let's select everything and let's also hit the insert keyframe so we don't accidentally override it and delete it. It's 2:20, so I have roughly 20 minutes. Okay, this hand, it's not working. Let's see if we can adjust the feet more, see if that helps us at all. See what scaling this does. Scaling the kneecap. That's bad. Let's see if we can do anything with the arms here. Okay, so that helps a lot. We just squash that in. Let's just do. So we can't save that. Can't save that. Do I like or dislike the exaggerated deltoid here? I'm not sure. Let's just pretend the hands are okay for now. And he has, in the reference in his illustration, he has the finger touching the mouth. We'll just push the fingers as far as we can before it starts breaking, and then we'll try sculpting, I think. So that's my goal for the next 20 minutes. We'll like experiment with the sculpting of the pose. So what should the thumb do? I think it should be tucked in like this. Seeing where else I can go with it here. Rigify is amazing though. Like, I didn't do any weight painting basically, and it's already giving me this control. This hand like kicks back. I think hand sculpting it is gonna have a whole bunch of issues as well. We'll have more control, but we'll have more issues. So we'll see what happens. Kind of make it like come together closer. Oh, this isn't okay. That's funny. I can actually make it more stubby. That's interesting. Let me see if I can adjust this piece. Bring it in more. Yeah, the hands, like, there's so much nice, like, control in the hands. Like, I think doing this by hand with sculpting is like nightmare. Take longer. It's huge on the hands, I think. things like the elbows and stuff, even then, I think maybe it's actually pretty good. It's like a big time saver. Let's try using this translational thing to like push the hands closer. So they're almost framing their chest with where the hands are placed. Oh, that's interesting. I could rotate this. Oh, that's cool. That gets me closer. Let's see if I could bring this out more. So it's like it's pointing like this. What's happening up here? What's this? I could bellow it out. I could push it in, pull it up. Cool squash there. Maybe squash it a little, yeah. See what this one's doing. So the elbows are just gone, but I'll have to like manually adjust that, I think. What about the boob? I think if I weight painted it, I could get more control there. But let's just not focus. Let's not worry about that right now. If I scale this down, what's happening there? I think the trapezius, there's too much trapezius. But I could probably just sculpt that as well. So it's going to come back to like, how much do I spend here? And then how much do I spend in sculpting? Kind of interesting to see what these controls do. Very subtle, big, broad adjustments, which is really cool. Starting to lose, I don't really know what's happening in here. It's like getting hard to tell what's happening. We got like 14 minutes, 13 minutes left here. Got speed run it. Okay. That makes it look more rested on the thing. Although, let's see what we could do here. In the other rig, we added a butt bone to help retain the butt volume, which helped in animation. Could try that here too later. See what this does. What does this do? What does this do? This adds more volume back there. You can also bring it forward, backwards, forwards. That makes it more rounded in the back. I don't mind it being kind of weird and exaggerated in some places. It'll be kind of fun. How's that feel? That makes it like a nicer S-curve, I think. We'll have to sculpt, I think, this. See what the head's doing. We're not really messing with the head at all. It's like slightly downward tilt, which makes it, I think, more seductive. We have no weights on the face. Let's see what happens if I do it, though. I'm just curious. Or, I mean, we didn't do anything. It's kind of cool. We can do, like, subtle adjustments. Like, you know what? I kind of make the nose higher. Or bigger. Yeah, that's so cool. And you could do, like, kind of like if you were wincing. Let's see. It's like a quick way to test out, like, how the volumes of the face look. Let's grab both sides. So it's almost like this is like less cheek. It's like you smell something bad. It's like, ooh. See what the mouth's doing. It's like, hmm. What about the upper lip? Oh, oh. What about the brow bone? Got the Chad brow. Ooh. Wait, I want to try the Chad thing. But that's funny how good it works. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like a furrow. That's so funny. I want to take a snapshot. Let's make it more exaggerated. That's so cool. Let me see if I can furrow it well. What's this centerpiece do? Oh, that's like the that really furrows the muscle there. That looks funny. I'm gonna take a snap. It's funny. Let's reset the face because I don't want to do that. So I just grab I wonder if there's a button where we could just select face. Can you just do this? No. That'd be cool if there was like click here and you clicks all the face bones kind of thing. But for now, let's not waste any more time and just kind of grab this right away and fix it. Just gonna reset this area. Oh, there's my timer. We'll snooze for 10 minutes. I'll finish this coffee. And what am I doing? I selected these pieces. Set them. There you go. So let's we have got 10 minutes, so let's see how far we can go with the sculpting side of things. So let's say we're we got as close as we can with this rig. Save everything. Let's duplicate out the body. We'll call this one sculpt Oxy. Let me stay pretty consistent with my naming, so it's lowercase and then uppercase for the second word. Let's hide the original proxy. Let's go to sculpt proxy. Let's do visual geometry mesh. So it gets rid of the modifier, applies what it is here as the final result. Let's hide the rig and let's save everything. Let's say like, okay, well, got as far as we could. And I think in the other example, we would, there's something in my eye. In the final result, what we would do is we would actually pose the proxy, swap back over to the high res, sculpt the, apply the high res, sculpt the high res. So this is kind of us doing a quick test to see like if we were to apply the mesh, and this is as far as we got sculpting, posing. Let's see how we could clean it up. So this is like complete test. It's probably going to fail. So apply transforms, zero out the origin, and the center of mass is right here. Or it's interesting. Or I think it's the center of mass. I think it's here. So let's save. I think I'm also jittery from the coffee, but let's go to sculpt. We should have some more reference open, but we don't really have the time for it. Let's see, I'll just kind of find something that potentially could help us here. We don't have a lot of ref here. Okay. So we go in, make sure symmetry's on. It's a pretty symmetrical pose, so let's make sure the tool is set correct. So we went back, we went off projected to sphere, so we're just locally sculpting here. Let's put on my glove. Pulling this up higher, pulling this back more, kind of pulling out this backside. We could potentially actually use the low-res proxy as the final result. We could actually do a remesh at this point. But let's see how far we get with this, and then we'll remesh. Oh my god, I got stuck in here. Oh, I'm lagging. I gotta be careful. How can I fix that issue where I'm gonna sculpt through it? Let's go. Let's isolate it. So isolate, sculpt, and then go back in here, sculpt it more. How does this transfer? How does this happen here? We could ooh, it's not centered. it's actually not perfectly symmetrical. It's okay though. So right now we're just kind of seeing like where potentially a sculpt could go. Cleaning it up. Let's grab this inside bit and we'll push it in like this with a grab brush. What's happening? Why it's not pulling? Let's actually go back to projected here and do it that way. And as the geometry gets more and more distorted, it kind of calls for the remeshing. But right now it's totally fine. We don't want it to auto merge either, but I think we're fine. I don't want this bottom part to be there. Smooth it away. Let's also try to mask it and pull it away, see if that helps us. Okay, so in the back you don't see it anymore. Just generally fixing the butt area. Fix this transition spot. I think having it low res like this also is really nice. Oh, I just thought of a possible problem though. If I remesh, things like this overlap will get destroyed completely. So that's a big problem. So we could do a quad remesh, I think, and maintain it. Or actually, yeah, do a quad remesh. That's potentially a solution there. So we're just kind of thinking as we go, like how we could solve potential problems. This knee is like just gone, it's dead. Let's try to fix it here. Let's pull this back. Let's look at the smooth settings. What's happening in the smooth settings here? It's overall pretty good. Let's pull this back more, smooth it, tuck it back more. Let's turn off symmetry and sculpt this. I want to keep like some curvature in there. Let's go back to projected here. Let's go to inflate. Let's pull this one. This. I'm making the curve of the leg there, so it's more interesting. I think this has to come out more, so pull this out. Potentially I don't want to be projecting this, but I want to see maybe it'll work. Do two legs at once basically. There's my second timer. Got pretty far. I want to pull this up. Let's see what happens to pull it up here. pull this area down maybe. Let's do smooth projected as well, see if that helps us. Yeah, that helps us a lot. So I'm just gonna smooth out the furthest top part there. Let's pull this area out a bit. Let's move the back there. Can I do this? What is that? What is that hotkey? There's like a hotkey where you could drag from the center and it like or it's like Shift W or something. Let's see if I can find Shift W. No. What was it? Shift W. No. Was it Alt W? No. What was that button? Let's Google that really quick. I have to go. I know. Cursor. Okay, there's a video. Let's see if we can speedrun and find that little part in the video. Okay, no luck with the Google. Maybe I'm not using the right keywords, but I need something quicker. So let's ask ChatGPT. Come on, ChatGPT, you could do it. Radial selection masking. Okay. Control Shift left click. Control Shift left click. Control Shift left click. That did not work. That was not it. ChatGPT, you did not get it, sadly. Blender masking, drag. W, drag, control, or something. Let's see what it says. Okay, let's watch a second video. See, hopefully they got it. Damn, that one didn't do it either. Let's see. Let's try YouTube. Come on. I just want to do this last thing before I go. This is probably it right here. Let's see. Face sets. Uh, nope, that's not it. Okay. Damn, I guess I won't be able to get it. Oh, I thought I could, but damn. I'm looking through the videos, I don't see it. Where did I see it? I swear it was from that other guy though, the one with the dinosaur. I think he showed it. Sculpt. I think it's in there. If I can find his video again. Damn, I can't find it. I have to give up today, sadly. I can't find it. Face sets, no. Let's try one more video. Yeah, that wasn't it either. Okay, I'm gonna be late, so I gotta go. Sadly, could not find the solution there. Maybe ask ChatGPT one more time. I just really want it to work. Shift A. That could be it. That could be it. No, no, Control A. Press A twice or Control A. That could be it. That sounds right. Control A. Oh, damn it. Shift A. Wait. That might have been it. It was Shift A. That was it. It was Shift A. I'm gonna type it in local chat. That was huge. We did it. There you go. That was big. So the reason why I was kind of struggling so much to try to do that was I wanted to mask in here. So it'd be Shift A, drag. And you could do like multiple ones. You could be like Shift A. I keep doing Shift S. But I could just go in there, Shift A, Shift A, Shift A. And now I'm just kind of selecting away this area. The geometry is really messy. But now I can kind of pull this back. Let me turn on sphere. Pull this back. That's what I wanted to do, that. The shift A, the painful research for it. And we did it. We found it. We're going to be late, but we did it. That was why we wanted it. Save. And let's go back to... what am I doing? Save everything. Let's unisolate and then kind of see what that looks like. Save, and then we'll head out because I haven't got to go